An Overview of Current Literature on Stereotyping in Staffing by Dylan Brewer. What is the problem? Discrimination, more specifically stereotyping in staffing. This can occur during the hiring process, affecting applicants, or afterwards, leading to the discrimination of current employees and limiting their career opportunities for unfair reasoning. Who is affected? On the micro level, the individuals themselves who are being discriminated against. From the meso level, the organization that is staffed by an unfair system that perpetually contributes to a work climate that lacks diversity and therefore a wide variety of skill sets and abilities. On the macro level, society in general, as staffing trends tend to enable stereotyping, creating a flawed perception on equality and the equal opportunity in the job market. What happens to those affected? Well, candidates are treated unfairly during the candidature screening interview process. Qualified applicants are overlooked because of unfair hiring practices, and this is regardless if the stereotyping was intentional or unintentional on the employer's part. Combating the issue. The Equal Opportunity Employment Commission and other organizations alike specialize in enforcing regulation intended to prevent discrimination of employees and inform the public of its occurrences. However, this is not a thorough preventative measure, as discrimination still occurs and can go unchecked without intervention. Laws that prohibit illegal discrimination covered by the EEOC include the Civil Rights Act, which prevents discrimination based on race, color, religion, national origin, or sex, the Pregnancy Discrimination Act, which prevents discrimination against pregnancy, childbirth, and related medical conditions, the Equal Pay Act, which ensures that women receive the same pay for the same work in their workplace as male counterparts, the Age Discrimination Employment Act, which protects older workers, the Americans with Disabilities Act, which ensures anyone with disability has access to full life, and the Genetic Information Non-Discrimination Act, which prevents against discrimination based on genetic information. Types of discrimination. Those covered and protected by the Equality Act of 2010 include age, disability, gender reassignment, marriage and civil partnership, pregnancy and maternity, race, religion or belief, sex, and sexual orientation. Now, other forms of discrimination include favoritism, nepotism, weight, and criminal history. These types of discrimination may go unchecked, and they may occur without legal repercussion. Some takeaways from the literature. So there's HR policies and practices that may have been implemented with an intent to benefit the workplace, but there's a chance that they may actually promote the assimilation of generations rather than viewing the cultural differences as a strength and utilizing them to forge a well-rounded workforce. So basically, a diverse workforce is an asset, not a liability. It should be viewed as such. And this includes the diversity brought on by multi-generational workforce. So research demonstrates that an organizational culture that supports diversity and different perspectives has a positive effect on employee performance and satisfaction, as well as productivity. All forms of stereotyping negatively impact performance evaluations of employees, as well as managerial decisions. This poses as a liability risk to all employees who are being stereotyped. Though a substantial amount of research exists that shows combating methods against stereotyping discrimination, it still exists. So we can combat social identity threats by heightened vigilance and identifying situational cues that would signify workplace discrimination, basically looking out for it and calling it out as it occurs rather than letting the problems build. Immigrant groups may face heightened competition, and cultural loyalty between them can actually cause one immigrant group to be discriminated against in favor of another. This is kind of an unknown form of discrimination. Employees that don't fit a false prescriptive stereotype, meaning they don't act the way they're expected to, also receive harassment from fellow employees. For example, a female that acts in a way that contradicts gender stereotypes may actually receive less favorable results from her employees. In modern industrialized societies, workforce is typically very age diverse, which has its benefits, but also enables the occurrence of discrimination based on age. And there's also positive stereotypes of good characteristics that can have negative consequences. And these were my takeaways from the research. Thank you.